Hi, I'm Macy from the Charleston County Public Library, and thanks for watching this virtual program. September is Library Card Sign-Up Month, and your Charleston County Library card is the key to a wealth of information and resources for free. Of course, we have tons of books. We also have movies, telescopes, museum passes, and gaming tablets for kids. And your library card gives you access to tons of digital content, like ebooks, audiobooks, music, and magazine subscriptions, plus access to databases for professional development, learning a new language, and genealogy research. Your library card is available for free if you live in Charleston County. Just stop by your neighborhood branch with your proof of address and your ID. For more information, visit ccpl.org.
Hi everyone, my name is Kurt Brown, and I'm a Technology Librarian at the Charleston County Public Library. And this is the second of 8 videos in our web development series. Okay, so in this video, we're going to be adding to our code that we already have. We're going to be learning about lists, links, and images. So in the last video, we started creating our structure for our web page. Okay, and we used several tags. Okay, so we used the paragraph tag, we used the heading tag. Okay, remember, heading tag goes from H1 to H6. And then we used the EM tag to italicize our text. We used a strong tag to bold it. And in the HR, we created a line using a horizontal rule. Okay, so we're going to be using new tags in our video. Right, and remember, we're going to be building on our code that we used in our last video. So I'm going to be leaving the slideshow. Okay, and let's come on over to our code. Okay, so this is where we left off last time. Okay, I don't need this. I'm going to lower that. Okay. All right. So we're going to be working on our next section. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to start under our horizontal rule, okay? And we're going to create a H3 tag, okay? All right, and this one, let's call it education, okay? Okay, so now we're going to be using a list. All right, and so there's 2 types of lists that we'll be using in this video. One is called an unordered list. Okay, so the tag for an unordered list is UL. Okay, so UL, and we have a closing UL tag. Okay, now in this list, I'm going to add 3 items. Okay, so I'm going to make some space. In order for your code to work inside an unordered list, we need another tag. And that is the list item tag, okay? And we'll have to have a closing list item tag as well. And we're going to use 3 of these. So I'm going to copy and paste. Okay, so this is our setup for our unordered list. Okay, so now we can start typing in our content. Okay, so in our education section, I'm going to type in the schools that I graduated from, okay? So the last school I graduated from was East Carolina University, okay? And then next, before that, I went to UNC Charlotte, okay? And then before that, I actually was a transfer student. Okay. Okay, so here's my education. All right. Now, one thing I forgot to mention is that an unordered list, when we click run, our list items will be bullet points. Okay, so let's click run. Okay. All right, and as you can see, we have education. And we have our unordered list, okay? We know it's unordered because now we have bullet points here, okay? And the other type of list is called an ordered list. Okay, so under here, what I'm going to do, we're going to create another section. All right, so now let's add another HR tag. Okay, let's click run. All right. And again, if you need to see it in a new tab, okay, here you go. All right, and then now let's add one more, H3 tag. Okay, and let's call this one hobbies. All right, now we're going to be using an ordered list. Okay, so an ordered list uses OL. All right, we'll need a closing OL tag. Okay, I'm going to add 3 hobbies. Okay, so inside our ordered list, we need our list item as well. Okay, so we're going to need 2 more. So let's just copy and paste. Okay, now, so go ahead and fill in your hobbies. All right, so I like to code. Okay. Like to learn Spanish. And I love to play video games. Okay, so feel free, if you need to pause this video and to add in your education and your hobbies. Okay? All right, and now let's go ahead and click run. Okay, so now you see the difference between an unordered list and an ordered list. Okay, so our ordered list is numbered. Okay, our unordered is not. Okay, so what I want to do now is I want to add links. Okay, I want to add links to our unordered list. Okay, you can connect your web page to other sites on the web using an anchor tag. Okay, the A tag. Okay, and within the anchor tag, we're going to need a hypertext reference called, or otherwise known as an href. All right, and then we're going to need to use the URL for the site that we're linking to. Okay, the A tag defines a hyperlink, which is used to link from one page to another. All right, so now let's turn East Carolina University into a website. Okay, so what I'm going to do is after our list item, I'm going to add an anchor tag. So we need an A, and then we need our hypertext reference, our href, okay, and then equals, and then we're going to need quotation marks, okay, and inside the quotation marks will be the link. So https://www.ecu.edu. Okay. And now make sure after your quotation mark, you need to close that A tag. All right. And over here, we need a closing A tag. Okay. And now we click run, and now you see we have a link. What you'll need to do to make sure that it's working correctly, I'm going to come over here. I'm going to refresh. And now, once I click this, it should take us to ecu.edu. You can also see it down at the bottom left corner. It says ecu.edu. And if you give that a click, okay, it takes us to the ECU website. Okay. And or if you don't know the link for the webpage, you may need to just go ahead and Google it. And you can give it a double click, and this is the entire link right here. Okay, so you'll need that. All right. So what we're going to do now is turn our other 2 unordered list items into links. Okay, so same thing. Setup is the same. we'll need an anchor tag, okay, a hypertext reference equals quotations. All right, and then we type our link in here. So I'm just going to copy and paste, and then UNCC, and make sure you close after the quotations, okay? And then you click run. Whoop, made a mistake. One thing I did not do, and I'm glad I did it, I did not use a closing anchor tag. And this is actually, I'm actually glad this happened, because as you can see, if you type something in wrong, your code will be all messed up. And unfortunately, you won't be told what's going on. You'll have to go in and fix it yourself. Okay? So what I'm going to do, so I fixed the problem, I click run. Okay, so as you can see, University of North Carolina at Charlotte is now a link. And again, to test that it works, give this a click. Okay, so here we are, University of Charlotte website. Okay, so now we're going to turn Wake Technical Community College into a link. Okay, and it's the same setup. Okay, we're going to set this up the same way. All right, so we need an anchor tag, a hypertext reference equals quotations, and inside the quotations is your link. All right, I'm going to get rid of UNCC, Wake Tech, and go ahead and close that opening anchor tag. And don't make a mistake like I did. Go ahead and add a closing anchor tag and click run. Okay, so we have our link. Test that it works. Let's refresh. Click. Okay, and here we go. All right, so that is how you create links. Okay, all right. And so, last thing we're going to do is to add an image. Okay, so we can add images to our web page using the IMG tag. Okay, so the IMG tag has a few attributes. Okay, the source, SRC, where the browser can find the image. Alt is an alternative description. Okay, so you may need to pause the video and find a picture of yourself. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I already have a picture of me on this computer. So when you find a picture of yourself, you're going to click add, oops, excuse me, don't do that. Let's click on the three dots. And where it says add, upload file, okay, and I have my picture of myself in the pictures folder, okay, and I named it profile pic, click open. Okay, so now we have it in our files. Okay, so now we can use it here. Okay, and I want the picture of me to be at the very top of my web page. Okay, so at the right below body, above your H1 tag that has your name, we're going to add the image that you've uploaded. Okay, so here's how we're going to do this. So, IMG, image source, okay, so SRC equals, okay, so you need to be really careful here, okay, so quotations. You need to use the same name of the file that you uploaded, okay, so I called mine profile pic, okay, pic, capital P, dot PNG, okay. Now, we need to add an alt, okay, an alternative description. All right, so in case our image doesn't load, it will be you'll see a description of the image. Okay, so alt, oops, excuse me, equals. All right, and I'll say Kurt's profile picture. Okay. Okay, so let's give that a close. And now, let's click Run. Okay, so as you can see, this picture is huge. Okay. And I clicked Open a new tab. This is a pretty big picture. All right, so let's go ahead and resize that. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to add another attribute called width. Okay, and then equals, I'm going to set the width at 10%. Okay, so now let's click Run. Okay, so that image is much smaller and much better. Okay, and then let's refresh. Okay, that looks a lot better. Okay, and I'm going to do one final thing. At the bottom of Hobbies, I'm going to add one more horizontal rule. Okay, that looks much better. And refresh. Okay, so our HTML is coming along pretty nicely, right? We have our links, we have our image of ourselves, we have our list. Okay, so this is the end of this video. All right, so we have one more HTML video we're going to be doing. So again, keep this code, okay, because we're going to be adding to it. Okay, if you haven't made an account already, feel free to make one. Or if you need to, feel free to copy and paste your code. Okay, you will have to upload your picture again. It may be easier just to create a account here. Okay, so I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.